So OnlyFans millionaire Jack Doherty has officially hit rock bottom. And honestly, this new low is something we need to talk about. So last time we discussed Jack Doherty, he was spiraling out of control after his very public breakup with his ex-girlfriend McKinley. Since then, he's only gotten more desperate, reckless, and honestly, pretty pathetic. Now, Jack has decided to release an app called Overcomer, which is supposed to help people quit to watching adult content. Yes, you heard that right. The guy who reportedly made millions managing OnlyFans creators is suddenly preaching against adult content. The irony here is honestly mind-blowing. But before we get into how weird and suspicious this app is, let's catch you up on what Jack's been doing lately. Because this guy's behavior is genuinely becoming dangerous. Jack recently live streamed himself breaking into someone's house. And no, I'm not exaggerating for drama. This literally happened. Jack went to Florida, revisited the neighborhood he used to live in back in 2021, and for some reason thought it would be a good idea to sneak into his old rental home. His cameraman even warned him there were security cameras everywhere. But Jack, being Jack, absolutely did not care at all. He forced open the gate, committed a felony on camera, and took his viewers on a tour of a property he clearly had no right to enter. Seriously, imagine you're the homeowner watching your security footage. You see some random guy hopping on your fence, messing with your gate, and roaming around your backyard in the dark. It's lucky no one was home, or this could have ended very badly, especially in a state like Florida. Obviously, you'd think Jack would learn from doing something this dumb, right? Absolutely nope. Instead, he doubles down on his reckless behavior. Later in that same live stream, he decides to prank his old neighbors by ding-dong dissing their homes. Keep in mind, this guy is 21 years old, and he's acting like a bored middle schooler looking for trouble. But let's talk about why Jack might be acting out like this. Ever since his breakup with McKinley, Jack's been spiraling emotionally. He publicly accused her of using him for money, claiming she took $500,000 per month from his OnlyFans agency's earnings. He had a complete breakdown on stream, ranting about how fake girls are and how his life was ruined overnight. Pretty dramatic stuff, especially considering he's already moved on and has a new girlfriend. But even with a new partner, Jack can't seem to let go of McKinley. In a cringeworthy move, he even donated money during a live stream of McKinley's rumored new boyfriend, Lacey, while standing right next to his current girlfriend. Talk about awkward and desperate. And speaking of Lacey, this whole saga gets even messier. So Lacey is a Fortnite streamer and FaZe Clan member who started dating McKinley after a split with Jack. They've been very public about their relationship, clearly rubbing in Jack's face. But Jack's ego couldn't handle it, and he continued obsessing over their love online, throwing shade and money at the situation. And Lacey just brushed him off easily, saying he'd rather be decent and less rich than rich and miserable like Jack. What's especially troubling here is how Jack treated McKinley when they were together. She revealed a disturbing story about being robbed at a gunpoint. Instead of comforting her after this traumatic experience, Jack immediately started filming her, asking her to tell the story for TikTok views. McKinley has self-described it as deeply traumatizing, but Jack saw it as content. Now, let's cycle back to this Overcomer app Jack just launched. Jack Doherty, the guy who built a fortune managing adult creators, now says he wants to help people break free from adult content addiction. Can we all agree how bizarre this is? It's like the CEO of a cigarette company suddenly promoting a quit smoking campaign. People online are not buying this at all, calling it a publicity stunt or just outright hypocrisy. The app itself claims to use science-based methods to help people stop watching explicit content. It features progress tracking, questionnaires, and motivational tips, but many are skeptical about Jack's intentions. This is the same guy who proudly flaunted his OnlyFans earnings and constantly talked about money and material things online. Even more suspicious is the timing of this app's launch. Jack's popularity and financial stability took a massive hit after his breakup and recent controversies. Now, he's desperately trying to pivot his image from controversial streamer to some sort of self-help guru. It's almost laughable if it wasn't so pathetic. Jack Doherty built his entire image around flaunting wealth, spending outrageously, and treating relationships like business transactions. His reckless behavior has continually escalated, from live-streamed car crashes to physical fights. Now, committing felonies on camera just seems to be part of his new strategy to keep people talking. Jack's pattern of reckless behavior seems to stem from a desperate need for attention, approval, and then validation. After losing McKinley and watching his financial stability crumble, he's overcompensating with more dangerous stunts and massive spending sprees. To prove he's still successful, he recently blew $500,000 on 2 new chains. Ironically, right after complaining about being broke. As expected, the public backlash has been intense. Many of his followers feel betrayed or just plain disgusted by how he's behaving. Yet somehow, Jack has avoided serious consequences. Platforms like Kick have banned him multiple times, but he continues to stream elsewhere, seemingly ignoring all the warning signs. This Overcomer app feels like Jack's last-ditch attempt to salvage his reputation, but is failing miserably. No one believes the sudden shift from managing OnlyFans creators to preaching against adult content. The whole thing just feels deeply dishonest and manipulative. What is clear is that Jack Doherty is at a crossroads. His desperation for relevance and money has driven him into increasingly reckless and illegal behavior. His reputation is damaged, his fanbase is turning on him, and now he's trying to reinvent himself in the most hypocritical way possible. It's hard to watch someone spiral this publicly and not feel a little bad. But Jack has done all this to himself. He's prioritized clout and controversy over genuine connections and real growth. Unfortunately for Jack, people are finally seeing through this act, and they're tired of his constant lies and dangerous stunts. The Overcomer app isn't fooling anybody. Jack Doherty might think he's clever by pivoting his brand this way, but the internet sees right through it. He's hit rock bottom, and until he genuinely faces the consequences and then changes his behavior, this downward spiral isn't stopping anytime soon. Earn money like Jack Doherty, but please don't be like him. Peace out.